Fly Affair Nation. Fly Affair Nation.
Thank you for tuning into the Pointless Talks podcast.
With DemSuga.
I go by Pointless, but don't hold me to the name. This is our first episode, and we'll just do like a quick run through. I basically wanted to do this episode, this podcast in general, because I am a Caribbean, I'm Jamaican, and I'm a member of the LGBTQ community. I just feel like it's one of those things where we always have to decide. Any Caribbean person that is a member can tell you that you always have to make a choice as to, like, either you're gay or bi or lesbian, whatever you identify as, or you're Caribbean. You never really get like that kind of a mix where you can be who you are in one. So I've been looking, I've been searching. There are events here and there, but as far as like a podcast or like a show or something that completely embodies that, I haven't seen anything like that. So that's why we're here. Hope you guys enjoy, and this is what we're doing.
And DemSuga is self-explanatory still. I'm Jamaican as well. I identify as the L in the LGBTQ.
Lost.
My love man, what you want me to do? Really, I agree with Janae with this. There is nothing out there that can have us have both these things into place. Like, you can be who you want, like all sides of yourself, without feeling you have to hide one part or be ashamed of one part. You can be, your whole self all at once, and that's dope. So
exactly. So, I mean, we're going to talk about everything from, being Caribbean, being gay, just whatever comes to mind, just basically who we are and the things we're interested in. I'm pretty sure there's going to be quite a few people that relate to us on this, because as we've seen, there is a need for this kind of avenue. Like, for example, we went to a party the other day.
Shout out Team Dutty.
Dutty. It was, I believe, our first gay Caribbean party in South Florida.
Correct.
In South Florida.
Correct.
And I have been living in South Florida since 2000. And we heard about one, the Cloud9 one. We heard, but there was no promotion for it, though. There was that one flyer. Their website was down there. Like, nothing. There was nothing that says, hey, this is definitely happening. It looked like someone just drew up the flyer and said, possibly. But we don't know if it was like an every week thing or once a month thing. So, Team Dutty did a thing, and we went out. It was great. And, it was a holiday thing, Dutty Santa.
And it's going to continue.
Exactly. Was it Dutty Rodeo coming up next? I saw the email today, like we talked about in the group chat, and
where was
that? No, that wasn't. No, it was in the city somewhere.
I like how you just. Where were you going with that?
No, because Fia, I went up for Pride one year.
Shout out to Fia, though.
Cherry, but anyways, on the topic of. I received my first subscription of Out magazine today. And it's the funniest thing because I opened the mailbox and automatically knew what it was, just for the simple fact that it's wrapped in a white paper.
Mm-hmm.
I felt a way about it because I kind of sensed that they would do something like this.
Paper?
Yes, because they do it for this. I'm assuming it's for the security of whoever is ordering it.
That's
because on the outside it says, drop this privacy wrap, go online, do your account, and you can just get your magazine just out.
I had no idea stuff was like that. That's crazy.
But the thing about it is, though, I see that and I'm like, it wouldn't necessarily be because someone's ashamed.
Right.
But more so for safety
reasons.
Yes, because it could be, let's say I lived at home with my mom.
Correct.
Or whoever.
Right. And you're not out.
And
right.
you want to be, informed of what's going on. That is a great thing to do. Like, and then the fact that they give you the option to say, hey, I don't want this paper. I'm out. I'm proud. Give me my rainbow.
You order
flag.
certain kind of
items, exactly. And that's the thing about it, too. I thought of that. And I was like, it's not porn. It's not, you know what I'm saying? I was like, it's not smut. But I get it, though. I get it. So that's one thing.
Yeah, it's like when you order stuff. Oh, you want your parents know you're thing.
Yeah, and they have like the privacy packaging that says like some generic name. It's the same thing.
I don't subscribe to them. I knew someone that did in the past, but I have Equality magazine. So I get their emails all the time.
And it's funny because it doesn't say anything about out on the paper. It just says here publishing. And
I still don't like the idea. I ain't gonna lie.
I get it though.
I get it, but I
get
don't
it though.
Like,
And
it
you
shouldn't
know,
be like that though.
it is, but it's funny because I'm thinking about this from a Jamaican standpoint, right? This is this. Can you imagine?
You know I'm this.
Because this is my thing, right? They probably don't even know that Caribbean is subscribing to this. Like, of course, you know everybody, but could you imagine little 17-year-old me say, I want to go subscribe to Out Magazine, and this big old rainbow something on the back of the thing show up in the first thing.
Listen,
I want this.
I don't know if it was my parents or they wasn't too bright. I apologize. I'm saying this, but I used to have the flag in my room, and I guess they wanted to act like they didn't know what it was, but it used to be all over my room, right? I had the thing on my hand, bracelets. They never said nothing about it, so
you know what's funny? I think a lot of Caribbean parents kind of live in denial, even if for example, I'm bisexual.
The B?
Yes, the B.
You are the B.
I don't like that term. I'm a lesbian with exceptions.
Hold on
but,
a minute. Hold on. Nah. Wait, we ain't gonna go into these terms now. Hold on. Not yet.
I'm a human. I love people. I'm attracted to personalities, not gender.
Opportunity.
Yes, lover. But my thing is, when I was 14, I think I told you the story. Remember Real World Road Rules when they had like the challenges and stuff?
Who?
I can't remember her name, but she had on a tank top that said lesbian across the front.
Was it Rachel?
I think so.
Rachel,
I think
bro.
so.
Yeah.
And
we old.
I remember. 22. And I remember I said to my mom, I want that tank top. She was like, what do you want that for? I said, because I'm a lesbian.
That's it.
Now what? And I was like, fine, you'll see when I bring home my girlfriend. No, I did bright.
Yo,
listen,
what was your story back then? Who did you think you were? Were you paying rent, bro?
Was 14. Wasn't paying nothing. So that was.
And I know your mom. So,
but you know what's funny? That was the end of that conversation, though.
Oh.
And I feel like after that, I think like I've dated women, talked to women here and there, but she's usually used to seeing me talk about guys here and there or whatever. I remember when I got into like my first like real like lesbian involvement, she used to see the stud pick me up every other day. She used to drive me to school. She used to drive me to work. Always be there. She used to see her in the parking lot. She'd be waiting outside
like she was
for
like
me.
a stud.
Yes.
Like she was like a
no, like
she was like a baby. She was like
let me tell you.
She was like a baby.
You're about to hear.
I don't know if you want to hear me say this word because you're gonna be real upset.
I'm not gonna be upset. I just hate it.
She was like a baby dyke.
No.
Listen, people, let's just keep this cute. Janae doesn't like the word dyke. I have learned to not take it in a negative way. So I'll say dyke, whatever. I mean, if someone that is not whatever says it, I kind of like, ooh.
You know what's funny?
It's kind of rough.
I heard a gay boy say faggot for the first time.
Love it.
And I was like, ooh.
They don't want it. I
was like, okay, but I still won't use it.
People trying to take their power back.
Yeah,
is all it
that's
is.
exactly what I
mean.
said.
It's whatever.
I think it's the same thing like with nigga. Black people trying to reclaim nigga and say they take the negativity out of it.
But there's a lot of people that reclaim it, and a lot of people just don't want to use it at all no more.
It's the same thing though. It's the same thing.
This is fact.
But back to what I was saying. So Shreddy used to pick me up, and one day my mom, your friend outside, he knows that.
She said it was a he?
I was like, because we used to.
She was studly that. I'm sorry, she was what?
Sean. That was what we referred to her as.
I'm sorry, Sean.
Yes, Sean.
Like Shanice? Like
no,
Shanice?
like Sandra, but Sean.
Oh, I was gonna say like Shaniqua.
No,
like okay, Chandra.
No, just Sandra, but it was Sean. It just
Sandra turned into Sean. Got you there. Okay.
So there was that, and I was like, that's a girl. She kind of just looked at me. I was like. But I feel like I was saying, there's a denial thing. You know what I'm saying? Because even with that, another girlfriend she met, but I just said, this is so-and-so, and that was that. And then it was kind of like, where are you? I'm with so-and-so. Where are you? I'm with so-and-so. Every time I'm free, I'm with so-and-so. And she knows I'm not too friendly with women like that to begin with. Exactly. Just always together. Even, I'm in the mall, so-and-so is at work.
Gotcha.
Oh, hey, so-and-so, big hug up tight. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like she lives in ignorance. And I feel like a lot of Caribbean parents do that because, some of these boys be out here and you can. It's just like, come on, son. Come on. Yeah, so,
but
I think a part of me that would rather that than the negativity that comes from like, we know you're gay, and we're just gonna be like negative about it, and, you know, and it's the fear too, because a lot of them won't come out because, you know, the fear of being homeless. Like
Listen,
that whole,
Rasta,
not even
okay?
just being fear, a homeless, just being excommunicated in total.
Listen, okay. All I'm gonna say about this whole coming out thing: come out when you feel like you can, or like when you're like stable enough. Because don't be like me. I came out and I got kicked out, bruh. Like that's just the honest truth. I was out, garbage bags, out of here. But you know, it teaches you a lot. I mean, it gets better. It take a little while, but it get better. You feel me? But just make sure you're safe.
Exactly. Like, and a lot of people too, like, I understand what it's like to, you want to live your truth and you want to be yourself and you want to be comfortable, but then it's like, at what cost? Because if your parents are paying for you to go to school, if your parents are paying for your room and board, if you don't have a job, or if you have a job but you're not making that much because you're in school, or whatever the case is, there are your financial support system. Like,
everything.
If you don't have, and also like, if you have friends that can, like, oh my gosh, I talk to people about this all the time. Like, if you have friends that like genuinely understand, because me and my best friend, my other best friend came out in high school freshman year.
Hold on, other who?
My other best friend.
Other best friend.
Yes, the other one, the other lesbian.
You go. Go on.
Shade. But we came out. Well, actually, she came out first, and someone actually said to me, "Be careful who you hang out with." And I was like, "Excuse me?" It was like, "Oh, she likes girls." I said, "Okay, me too."
And then what happened? And what happened?
And I was like, and it was like, "Oh, you're like that." And it's like,
and I would be like, "And you're like this? Like, what's up?"
Exactly. But it was like, even then, you know, you're in a circle with heterosexual people all else. Oh my gosh, you know, I don't want you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it comes to a point where it's like, you have to have friends that actually genuinely care and know and support you. So even if you don't have that support system at home, I mean, if you have siblings and somebody supports you, that's also a great thing, because at least you have some kind of family member that you can lean on.
Shout out to all my siblings that support me.
Shout out to my brother.
I love all of them.
Yes, because I talk to people about it. I'm like, listen, my brother knows some shit. And you know what I'm saying? Like, we done been through some things, and he knows some stuff, and it's like, he got my back. He's just like, yo, as long as you're okay, you're safe, you're happy, that's it. And that's really what the whole point of it is. We just got way off topic.
Yeah, because it was the magazine, you feel me? And
yeah,
we just kind of...
But it was funny, I was looking in this magazine, and I was just like, this is so gay.
Do you ever see their float? Have you ever seen their float at Pride?
At Pride, yes.
By the way, me and Janae go to Pride every year in June. Okay? NYC.
Yes, and we go to Gay Pride, actually. Caribbean Gay Pride.
Big truck.
It is literally, for anybody who is into soca, into carnival, it is gay carnival.
If you fit,
yes,
that's
it is
thing.
Masquerade and everything. They have
Costumes.
the big truck, they have like everything, and it is soca, it is dancehall, it is
lit.
Everything. Lit, literally, like the whole expression. And I mean, I remember the first time I went, and I was just like, literally, like, so close to tears.
She's so soft,
like,
bro. You so soft.
Don't even.
You about to cry.
But I really was. Like, my eyes welled up, and I was just like, oh my gosh.
So you
like,
see the two flags together.
But it's not
like
even
crossing.
just ours. But like, ours was a big thing for me, because you
was lit.
Jamaicans, the first thing,
you
and
know,
even
Jamaicans
they made a joke. I was just about to say that. They even said that on the mic. You know, Jamaicans are gay. We see a lot of Jamaican flags in the crowd.
Yeah, they was trying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
And it's crazy because they even played, like, you know, the bun out the chichi them and the from them, you know, and the foolishness.
Listen, to all of y'all that's like LGBT, whatever you identify as, when you hear these songs, don't be scared. If you like the song, feel free to like the song. If they say, you know, there's some people that really take it to heart, and that's fine. It's just how you take it. And there's some people like myself, and you're gonna play like a bojo. And I'm going to hear it and I'm going to sing the song because...
the song nice. I mean, it's ignorant, but look how many other ignorant songs
let's really get into... Y'all want to do this.
You know what I'm saying? Look how many other ignorant forms of music you listen to. Okay, you're not just gay. So, I mean, you want to sit here like, oh my gosh. You know, okay, it's a horrible song. Like, you sit there and you study the contents. But, I mean... the beat's nice.
I even like TOK them. Like, what call it? Like,
like all. I mean, the dance is nice to it too. I mean,
listen,
you know, it's all
it ain't gonna stop me from dancing or turning up to it. So,
yeah, I mean,
I know people look at me. I know some people get upset and they kind of look at us like,
some look confused.
yeah, some people look at us like, wow, they really doing it.
Did they play that at a Dirty Santa or something?
Yeah, they played Rampant Shop. Yeah, I know Rampant Shop.
Yes, and they said man to man, gal to gal. That wrong?
Free World Boss. But yes,
that gave me life that they played that, because they played it. They didn't bleep anything out, and it was like, okay, we had a lot of gal to gal and a lot of man to man, and it might be wrong, but we enjoying this song.
Yeah, man to man, gal to gal song, and everybody sang it out like it was choir on Sunday morning, like life.
Yeah, that, and you know, I think about this too, because I'm like, we talk about this and how much, you know, you love your roots and you love your culture, and being able to go home. And when I say go home, I'm talking about to whatever your nationality is, you know, going home, whether it's Jamaica, if you're from Trinidad, if you're from Guyana, wherever you're from. You know what's funny? I found a lot of websites, like Instagrams, when I was looking, that were for TNT LGBTQ. What?
Just them alone?
It
by
was
themselves?
one of them. Yeah, just like together. And there was, I think, one or two, I think, for Guyana, but Trinidad
is it just
Tobago.
centered around that island itself? Like,
yeah,
this
it
island...
says Trinidad and Tobago, and it's like their parties that are like LGBTQ.
But yeah, there's a lot of like there's some islands that are moving faster than some with the times.
Yes,
that's for sure.
Yes.
I've been to like a bunch of different islands, and I've seen a whole different side. Like I've seen men just walking down the street holding hands, like no problem, like cool. And I was like, well, damn. And I'm like, yo, they're gonna catch up. Like, all right.
Listen, okay, what was it? Last year we heard about the J flag thing, the equality, Jamaica Pride. Man. Okay, listen.
Get into it.
As much as I love my people, as much
I ain't going.
As much as I am here for this podcast and the whole purpose of it, that scares me.
But everything she says, she ain't going. That's what that means.
As a Jamaican, I was born in Jamaica. Like, I lived in Jamaica. I went to school in Jamaica. I go to Jamaica. I try to go at least once a year. Listen, we're not gonna play stay I listen. I feel like I don't want to say that, because there are people who go and you see pictures and they survive and they're alive, and it's just me and my ignorance.
However, at this moment, this is my thing is, right? They kind of can pick up on the vibe in the days coming and be like, all right, so this is what this is looking like. We don't hear much uproar about anybody trying to sabotage the situation or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? We're here. If we're going down, we're going kind of blind. We're going in blind. So we don't really know what's happening.
Exactly.
We don't know who to trust, really, who we going with. Yeah, listen.
Well,
where are their events? I think their events are in
Kingston.
Listen,
no,
country me come from.
Listen, at Kingston, I come from. We're not gonna play stay.
I'm sorry.
No, sir.
Hello.
No,
wait, that was not.
That's passionate. No, I'm frightened. No.
Listen, in my heart, I would love to go and be a witness to something like that on, just. But I don't trust it enough. It's not big enough yet.
Yes.
It's not safe enough to me.
I
don't know what's going on. Exactly. I don't know who is you. Like, oh, yo, you going to this party? Next thing you know is I set up their things. I ain't got time for that, yo.
Exactly. Like, okay, the page that we follow on Twitter, you can see, like, there's a million people that like are on the page and they update and stuff, and I follow people from that page, like people who retweet and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, these people, they're active in it, they have pictures on there, and I'm just like, okay, if I see you and you say come, I'd be like, okay, I know you from here.
I'd be like, are you the supervisor of something? I can come with you in your car.
Okay, all right, so let's go. But yeah, on that, like, just like. And also the crime rate in Jamaica, not even just on that, the crime rate alone is horrible. I'm talking about, like, we were sitting down talking about Mobay and how the crime rate just shot up. We're the worst per capita in the world.
You know what's funny?
Like, Jamaica is this big.
Before we came in here to do this, like, I was on Facebook, and Facebook ain't got no filter no more. It ain't like one time. And it was about these two little girls that died. Like, their mother and their grandmother found them underneath the tree, foaming out their mouth. I'm like, all types of stuff is happening and going on, and it's just like...
Yeah, I can't. And it's funny because, how people talk about Tivoli Gardens, and they say, certain places you don't go. I think it's crazy because over the holidays, I was listening to something. I subscribe to all the Jamaica Gleaner and all that stuff. And there's a lady, I got her name somewhere here. Well, I have all of them. Observer, Star, all of them. I got
Star mix up, Johnny.
Yeah, I know, but you know, you get an idea.
Yeah, I get you. That's just for the mess.
But hey, everything is everything. But she's 117 years old. Christmas Day she born.
Hold on.
117.
Hold on. So
1900 Shaban. Yeah.
Wait. 117 years old?
Yes.
117.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
On Christmas Day. She is currently the oldest living person in the world.
We just had one before.
Yes. She was 117.
I want them yam.
Listen, yam and banana.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yam and banana. Freaking ground food. They not eat. And I always say this. They live longer. They don't eat.
Can she talk? Is she like mobile and
She's
everything?
Living. She talking. She moving. I don't want to misquote. I saw something about her being on a municipal court. And first of all, she was one of the first people that moved into Tivoli Gardens.
Yes, I know who you're talking.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
Okay, I just didn't. I caught the story, like a tab or
it's
tagline,
a
something.
Snippet. But the lady who was the oldest, that was 117, she just passed away right after her birthday, which is sad. Like she was like,
that lady. I know what you're talking about.
117 in like 180 days or something like that, 185 days, and it was just like she came up right after, and now she's currently the oldest living person. Which I think, like, I'm just like,
we got the oldest living people twice,
yes,
like 2 times in a row.
Yes,
yeah, they might eat
and
some
I'm
good
like,
food.
yes,
yeah,
exactly.
I need
like
some
sustenance, and they probably keep moving, and they don't.
Yeah, active, bro.
All the foolishness that we do here in America, and I hate to talk about it like that, but
that's fine.
You come exactly, but she's moving. She said she was a seller, a shopkeeper.
But listen, I'm trying to live long. That's why I'm on this little diet right now.
Listen, I want to live long, but I want to live long and be healthy at the same time.
I hear that.
I don't want to, like, Grandpa just turned.
I was really going to ask you if she was gay, though. I was going to ask you if the old lady was gay or something. Like,
not to my
I was going to say she's a lesbian. Like,
no.
Is she like, so she's the oldest living lesbian right now?
No, that would be crazy, though. I should look that up.
Well, if she's the old, right? Well, if she was a lesbian, right? She's the oldest living person, she would be the oldest living lesbian, right?
Yeah. I can't with you.
Oh.
But
that's sweet too. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It touched me. On the topic of that though, something touched me to look into Diana King, and I was looking at
Shy Guy.
Yes, I think that's why, because the song came into my head, and I was looking at how, like, she came out via Facebook or something like that. Like, she like wrote something saying, you know, I'm tired of not answering the question type of thing. Like, it was like, you know, hey,
it was a social media thing.
Yeah, and I'm just like.
But I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Who that is under the rainbow spectrum didn't know that Diana King was here?
Exactly, but that's the thing though. She was saying she's tired of not answering the question.
We look stupid. Huh? That's like.
Listen.
Come on,
but the sad thing about it is though, she's not even in contact with all of her family as a result of this. You know what I'm saying? And big star, and you, it doesn't matter.
That's a grown woman dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've picked you and everything. So it's like, and then we talk about that where I want to know the backstory. Like, did she always know? Did she just realize? Did she just accept?
Listen, Shy Guy was a shy girl all along.
So
John, I know what I said about it. Yeah, no, it was a shy girl.
That's why they're shy. So my thing is with that, like, there's so many of us who live in the closet because, you know, society gives you this stigma, like, you know, you're not normal, quote unquote, and you have to live this way because it's not right.
Who won't be normal anyway, though? Who won't be normal in real life?
You go.
That was cool to be weird. You see?
Child.
You see how life goes? Right.
So you can't be too weird though. You can't go too far. But
within the lines, color within the lines.
And then it's like you go, you have children, you get married. For who? You know what I'm saying? Like you.
I had to sigh. It just made me just, you know.
Yeah, because how many people we know that we're like, come on, son, like, come on, and it's like you can't really fault them though. Like you can, I can understand. Like you don't want to lose your family.
Me, because I've been like in very tight spaces with some of these situations. Like I know, you know, of people that have married people and they know that is not where their heart is, and it just, and you really don't want to do that in the first place because it all ends bad. All the situations I've seen like that ended badly.
Yeah.
It's all lies. You always
does.
have kids. Nothing. It doesn't go right. It's not true, and you're living a lie. So you're gonna be unhappy. You're gonna sit there and try to be like fake this happy thing. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah, but think about it from a Caribbean standpoint,
Right.
right? All the music, it's not even just the music, like the mindset itself. And then you think about like these people that have to make a decision. Either I'm in this world alone, I have to go find people to call family, or I'm gonna have my family that I already know and love and I'm a part of.
But which is why there's so much of
Exactly.
like the young gaybies,
The gaybies.
The gaybies are out here on the streets and stuff.
Yes.
Like they out here on the streets, like the rape with them homeless and all of that.
Listen,
they ain't got no
I
support.
was talking about that the other day because I used to follow this transgender boy, and he in Australia, but he
with a kangaroo.
was homeless. Yes,
nice.
He was homeless. Tumblr.
We'll get into that.
He is homeless. Like, would literally had a cell phone just to be able to update, just see if anyone can donate or anything. He has a charge. Were you want to tell him to sell the phone?
No, because you were saying he was homeless in like Australia. Like they don't got kangaroos. How big is he? You could fit in the pouch or something. I was gonna be so excited. Love me. Sorry, y'all forgive me for that.
But he like sadly though he used to like post about going dumpster diving because he couldn't get food.
So hold on again. He was posting with the phone.
Yes, he would find. I hate you. But
there's so many errors in the story here.
But the thing about it though, like his thing was he was documenting like from before he became homeless, he was documenting his transition. So like when I say documenting, like full on like everything. Did he have, like, from
a YouTube channel or was it just
no, pictures and stuff on Tumblr.
Okay.
Yeah, pictures, process, binding, all of that. And when he started taking tea.
And when was this?
Years ago. This is years ago. Like around the time we met. This is years ago.
So before the never mind. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I was about to say before the yeah, somebody gonna hate me for this, but it's okay. So before the big transgender outbreak?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Carry on.
This was when it was still, very weird. Quote unquote.
I won't feel how you want to feel.
Yes. But but yeah, so that was that. And I used to watch his posts and I was just be like, yo, this is crazy. Like some days he'd be able to stay with friends and but your friends live with their parents. You can't really
not more than 2 nights.
Exactly. Exactly. So and I'm seeing this and I'm like, how many of these stories are we not hearing? People who don't have phones, who sold their phone so they can get a meal, or sold something else so they can get a meal. And it's like you hear these stories and people are like, oh, but it's a choice. And I'm like, you think someone wants to be homeless. You think someone wants to not have family. You think someone wants to not have somewhere warm to sleep at night. Yo, you be homeless people.
We just want to be out here living in turmoil. Nothing big. Just that.
You know what I'm saying? Like harsh weather. Even if you're in South Florida and it's great weather, there are people in New York, Arizona, places with extreme weather that are literally homeless.
And
like
you're saying New York, and I'm thinking of like I know that they're older men now, but I knew that they were younger around like the 20s when the like ballroom scene was coming, like the late 80s, early 90s, and they, when the Vogue and everything,
the Paris is burning,
half of these people were homeless.
Yes,
like it's so great to see them flourish as adults now, but half of them were homeless. Yeah, some of them slept on the pier. Yeah, they were out there doing. They had to do things for their bodies.
Yes,
they was out here tricking and doing all types of stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, and you see that, and people are like, "Oh, okay, that's a choice." And I always come back to that. I'm like, who would make this choice?
Y'all don't want me to be rude. I'd be like, so it was a choice for me for okay.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny. I have a friend who works for Department of Corrections. She's talking about a male, quote unquote, who has breasts in her facility. She works in a male prison. And the thing is,
transitioning?
Yes.
To a female?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I said quote unquote. Because
so why is she in the male's prison?
Because the state doesn't, I guess, consider her a male because of genitalia or ID or whatever. They haven't gone the full process.
Oh, so they're
top
still
surgery
in the
is
process.
done.
Just
yes,
top surgery.
Transitioning, and I guess they were incarcerated during their transition.
There are some places, though, some jails out there that like have certain wings.
Yes,
for
however,
that cater.
I was told that they have to be medically examined mentally and diagnosed.
Right.
Basically saying you have a mental
They still on
disorder.
this mental
Yes.
Yeah, this mental illness thing. Okay.
To go to this ward. She's trying to get a bra. The state won't pay for it. And
yeah, they won't give mama a bra.
But I also heard, though, on another topic, women jails, you have to fight to get pads. You have to fight to get sanitary napkins. So it's like,
you said it was a man that's okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I get it correct because I don't like to call the wrong,
she.
So she is in a male prison.
Yes,
that is not okay.
That's not safe.
That's
not okay on 50 different levels.
You know what could happen?
You put titties in a male prison. That
Listen,
I heard
even
that.
Without the titties.
I heard that exactly because the first thing I think is abuse, sexual, physical. Let's not talk about mental, because I talk about this and I say, you try to make transitioning people live the life that they were born as. And it's not something that you can easily just say, oh, you're a boy though. No, I'm a woman. It's, gender assignment isn't something that you just wake up one day, I want to be a girl today. Like, it's not something you just wake up and decide. It's something that you felt from jump. Like, you've woken up feeling different on many days for years. I've seen documentaries on children. I think Dr. Phil even had a little girl on his show where her parents allowed her to dress the gender that she felt. And I mean,
that's like whatchamacallit, my girl Angelina Jolie, and then
yes,
it be just listen.
Yes,
they sons be having on dresses on slacker shoes.
Exactly, but the little girl, she grew her hair out, long, beautiful hair, and she wore dresses and skirts. And when she felt like wearing shorts and pants, she did. But it was always from the girl section. You know what I'm saying? And you see things like that, and it's like, okay, so what is this 4-year-old seeing that's making them think they're gay or making them think they're a different gender? And they have the whole gay agenda thing that people like to talk about, or now it's a trans agenda. So it's like everything's an agenda. Everything is being forced. Everything's in the media. And I'm like, but you see straight people on TV all the time. Why does everyone else have to feel, at one point you only saw white people on TV. Was that okay?
Hello. Right. But y'all still black as y'all is, right?
Exactly. And it's black. The amount of black people that have a problem with it. I forgot what I was watching. They said something. Was it Dave Chappelle who said the only reason they care about transgender is because a white man wanted to be a woman?
There you go.
Like that.
I was gonna ask you earlier if you heard any of it.
I heard snippets of it, but I heard that and I stopped. I was like, "Yo, facts," because as ignorant as it sounds, a black person says it. Yeah, I know.
They were out here. The queens have been out here for a very, very long time.
Yes.
The queen's been out here from Stonewall. Like, I don't want to hear nothing. It ain't new. Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, so
whatever. I ain't with her no comment.
Yeah, did she get surgery? No. Okay. I hate to talk about what's in people's pants, but
Kardashian.
But when you have the money,
Caitlyn Kardashian?
Yes. Caitlyn Jenner.
Whoever. Listen.
Caitlyn wants to be a Kardashian.
Well, I believe she probably has, done, what's stopping her? What's stopping her at this point?
Well, a lot of people believe that it's propaganda. Like, it's not real. Like,
it's a lie.
Like, she wants to be a Kardashian. She feels emasculated and something about, all the women being
Am
famous.
I the only one that could see that Bruce was not into their mom? I'm the only person that could see that?
Bruce was in a corner minding his business 99% of the
Bruce
time.
couldn't fool me with all the medals, Bruce.
I
see you a long time. And then remember when at first it was a rumor and all of this, and then he really started changing.
Growing the hair
she started to transfer. I was like, wow,
yes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know about the whole thing,
I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, you see what you see, and that's it. I don't
know what's going on down there. I really don't care to know that.
I don't want to know either. I don't want to know. Laverne Cox did an interview once and said,
I
love her.
Queen.
Said, oh, that's what brought me to it. The episode of Orange is the New Black where she was in prison. And you remember...
Where she was in prison?
Yeah.
The one episode?
Yeah.
Did they?
I'm referring to a specific episode. Though,
okay, because
where
she's in there.
Yes.
All the time.
But she was but she was talking about
punished.
When they were like, you got a dick, basically. It's like, oh, you got a dick. There's dick in the prison.
Right.
Like, I swear my heart stopped because I'm like,
and they made and grabbing and doing all that stuff. Yeah. I remember
that. When my friend told me that there's a woman in a male prison, that's the first thing I thought of because I'm like, because I think about that and I'm just like, can you imagine the mental trauma that it is? Okay, physical bruises heal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the mental trauma, like, you spent your money, you spent your time, and you're going through this process to make yourself who you are. Mm-hmm. And then someone is constantly reminding you, and then you get put into a situation where
you're already going to jail. I'm going to jail already. And then I want to come with all this other stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
And it's like, you have to go through so much to be placed in the right facility. So much. Because at the end of the day, they don't care. They don't care because you're a criminal. Even if you're innocent, because, you never know nowadays. But it's just...
You know what? We were saying... All right, back to Caitlyn for 2 seconds. Mm-hmm. I'm not even going to be like, all right, Caitlyn, da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. Like, you had a little platform, a little lane. It kind of opened up some things.
Yes, it helped.
I really don't wish it was like that, but...
Yeah.
It is what it is. It opened up some things. Mm-hmm. Like now you have people like Amaya Scott is on TV now, big time, and she is beautiful. Like, listen.
Honestly don't believe.
Listen, Amaya Scott though. I don't
care about these little pictures.
I don't really know what we can do. But we all under the rainbow, so we could maybe I don't know.
Listen, I'm equal opportunity.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
What?
And I'm like, I don't believe it.
Beautiful.
Drop dead.
There's a lot of beautiful trans women. There's a lot of handsome trans men out there.
Are you familiar with Janet Mock? Okay, she's Hawaiian, trans woman, married.
I don't know her.
She is gorgeous. Look her up. She's gorgeous. She has a book and all this good stuff.
Janet
she's
Fox?
Mock.
Sorry, M-O-C-K?
Yes.
I got you.
Yes. But she's another
Instagram?
one that I believe so. I don't know if that might be her name. But if you Google her, she'll come up.
Okay.
But she's Hawaiian, and I was listening to an interview she did, and she was talking about...
I be forgetting about Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and Alaska.
People that actually live there.
Yeah. But she grew up in Hawaii, and she was talking about how there was no, definite gender identity. You know what I'm saying? So, the men, they were, fluid. It wasn't you have to be this. So, she met her first transgender person when she was in school. She was, 13 or something like that. And it was a girl transitioning. And that, basically, I guess, helped her be more comfortable into knowing who she is and things of that nature. And I'm like, could you imagine if we get to a place where we're actually like that? Where people aren't looking at you differently because you look different. And I always come back to this because my thing is, as Black people, we have enough oppression as it is just being Black. And then we within ourselves oppress ourselves just being Black. And then you add
we're smart like that.
Add being LGBTQ into it, and it's more oppression. And then even within the LGBTQ, there's friggin' oppression because you want to talk about the people who are not with stud for stud.
Y'all gonna leave these studs alone, okay? You gonna leave my bros, okay, that like the other bros.
Listen.
You may not like it, but they like it. Ain't nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong. Y'all like the femmes, but y'all don't like the bros.
When you get naked, it's all the same parts.
Y'all ain't slick. Y'all like the femmes together, but y'all don't like the studs, dykes, whatever you want to call them, doms. Y'all don't like them together, though.
I think that's also society.
They want to knock Timbs. What's the problem?
Not
Ain't nobody want to wear no heels tonight.
Listen, they sword fighting. But,
Spice up your life.
Listen. But you think about that, though, the ignorance with that, the same thing, femme for femme is okay, but two studs, it's the same thing. But when you think about lesbians, when most guys see it, they're like, oh, it's two girls, two femmes, that's fine. They're getting, quote unquote, better about a stud and a femme, but even there's still the ignorance of, I can do that, whatever. But even in the gay community,
I've been out with my girlfriend who is a feminine,
a woman.
A feminine woman, like a woman. Okay, I'm not, y'all, I don't know. I am not very feminine presenting on the outside. I am, I be chilling. I chill and I mean, but I'm cunty though, so I don't know if you understand what that means. You know? So
You just flow.
exactly, it just works for me.
Exactly.
But people, I've been out and people don't care. Like, a guy has come up to me and my girlfriend at the same time and said, "Oh, like I like the two of y'all. We could do." But
Listen,
who asked
we
you
are
anything?
at-
And where you move? I was taller than him, and I'm not even tall. He thought that was gonna work.
My thing is, we go to these Jamaican parties, and the men are after you. And I am out here in the shortest of shorts, in my heels, and my breasts are presenting, and they don't look in my direction. And I'm like, honey, are you looking for a challenge, or are you looking for comfort? Are you curious? Do you want to be strapped? What is going on? I just have questions that may need answering because I'm like, don't get me wrong, my friend is gorgeous, but at the same time, sir, she has on a fitted.
Consider me ugly. I am ugly.
She has
Whatever
on a
you
fitted.
see me.
The Caribbean men love you though, and I think that is hilarious.
I don't understand why. Listen, I do not cook. Listen to me. I do not cook. If I want something, I will learn to cook it, or I will go find it, or
go buy it.
A woman I have will cook it for me. I don't. No, the women in my life feed me. That's how it goes.
And you know, Caribbean men love women to cook for them.
The women in my life feed me. Sorry. Hello, DemSuga, duh. All right, you feel me? And then it's like,
anything else you might need, she's not interested in.
Like we
you might do laundry.
I probably have,
like
I probably dress better than you.
Yes.
This not gonna work out, my friend.
Yeah, it's amazing because a part of me kind of feels like the guy the other night. You said he just liked your style. Okay. But
which one?
The Trini one.
The other party that the Trini one. Whose number I got because he likes my style. He just likes how I was flexing.
We thought he was looking at Jay, and we're like, why he's staring so hard? Okay, but he's looking at you.
Looking at me the whole damn time.
Girlfriend.
Looking at me the whole damn time, and he was like, "This your girl?" I was like, "They're all my girls." Like,
because we ready to shut it down.
I'm like, her, the one with the hair, the tall one right there. This one, they're all my girls. So don't even do it.
DemSuga.
You feel me? And I don't know. Talking about he wanted to buy drinks and whatnot. He got drinks at his little VIP. Take his number. We could go out and hang. Me and my girls bring the girls bottles. Listen, sir.
We drink over here.
If you're trying to be cool, like I am all about being cool, party friends is cool. Sure, whatever. But do not try sneak up. Listen.
We fight too.
You don't want these problems.
And sadly, we have to say these things. We've almost gotten into fights. Just on the pretense of men trying to talk to us. And we saying, we're not interested, or that's my girlfriend, or we're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gay.
And he just showed away from the conversation. Or just the issue. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, serious, like, grown men try to fight you.
Gross.
Grown men. And it's like, it's a bunch of girls here, and you mad because you can't get none, so you want to fight? Like,
and y'all, they hate me because I be around all these beautiful, beautiful feminine women, and they just hate me. And I'm just like, well.
If you got it, you got it.
Fine.
Like, did you see the picture on Twitter of it's like a stud and the girl was like dancing on him, and there's a guy in the corner with his head down, and somebody wrote, "This is the reason, this and social media is why clubs are dead nowadays," or something like that. And I was like,
I'm confused. Who was dancing on what?
It was a femme dancing on a stud.
Okay.
And then there was a guy in the corner, like, sitting with his hand in his head, like, disgruntled. It's a drawing.
Oh, okay. So they were trying to say, like...
Yeah, this is why...
dancing has changed. So now girls is dancing together, the guys get left out.
Listen, I'm sorry, but we don't want to feel penis on our butts at all times. Even heterosexual women don't want to feel penis on their butts at all times. You go to a party and you dance, especially... Let's talk about the Caribbean parties.
It's not necessary all the time for you to always be on something.
Listen, I go to Caribbean parties, right? We want to dance.
What we do.
We want to dance. If we wanted to dance on a non-moving object, there's a wall. Wow, there are chairs.
The walls are there.
You know what I'm saying? A man walk up behind you, see you bubbling, and just stand there? What are you doing?
And then a lot of y'all can't whine in the first place.
No rhythm.
But have the nerve to walk up behind somebody. You should get dropped where you stand. Or kicked out the party. Like, you're not...
And the grabbing. And listen, when I tell you, it touches me on a different level. When I go to these parties, right? And I see women dancing together. One time you couldn't see that.
Yeah.
One time you couldn't see that. And I was like, okay, we know they're not gay, or we can assume they're not gay.
Right.
But the comfort that, okay,
it's
we
free
don't
for all
want
now.
exactly.
It's just like, but once again, that to me is like a double.
We don't have an avenue.
Like, it's like a double double-edged sword. Is that how they say it?
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, you could be here with your, suppose you're actually dancing with a girl that's your girlfriend and not your friend. Like, no, this is actually my real life woman in real life. Like, don't come over here and try to disrupt thinking that's just my friend. And it kind of messes that up. But at the same time, it's like, yo, it gives people like, oh, they have girls dancing with girls here anyway. We can go together and dance together and it not look no way. So it's like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying too. Like having events that incorporate both, like, you know, like, listen to me, New York City,
lit.
We have everything is there. You know what I'm saying? You go to these parties and it's a whole bunch of Caribbean music playing, and it's a lesbian party. It's a gay party. It's LGBTQ friendly. It is everything.
Like, it is for you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like here you kind of have to pick and choose. Like, okay, do I want to be gay tonight, or do I want to be like culture? Jamaican? Or like,
we doing it for the culture tonight, or we doing it for pride tonight?
Because they have all these gay clubs that we can go to. We've been to a couple gay clubs, but we go and they play the two commercial songs. They play No Letting Go, and they play, you know what I'm saying?
Let me tell y'all a story real quick. All right, let me just drop something on y'all. I moved to South Florida in 2015. Janae took me to this Cloud 10, 9, 8.5, whatever. It doesn't even matter. She took me there, and, you know, it was rather interesting.
Different.
You know, like,
You're Jamaican.
Yes. The music I wanted to hear, I wasn't getting. I got my, you know, a Sarani maybe a Movado, maybe a One Popcorn, like the commercial stuff that be on the radio that nobody really wants to hear anymore.
Not real Caribbeans anyway.
You get what I'm saying? And I've never returned to that establishment.
Lie. We went one time with, what's your name? When you went Pooh Bear?
Oh my gosh, y'all. I went twice. Let me stop. I went twice, but it never happened a third time though, so it don't matter. It don't count. So if it didn't happen 3 times, it don't count. It never happened.
So I saw it go?
Yes. Oh. Yes. Okay. But acknowledge the amount of drinking we had to do to fit. Yeah. See, yeah, so, and no.
Yeah. No, yeah, that, I mean, all the parties that we've been to, like, as far as gay parties go, it's just like, I'm Jamaican as fuck. I'm Caribbean as fuck. Like, I want to hear soca. I want to hear dancehall.
We do entertain Sweet Heat.
Yes.
However.
Yes, we do. Who was it that played that one mix?
We do love Sweet Heat. We do love Sweet Heat. We try and indulge, you know.
It's Lesbian spring break.
We a little old now, though. It'd be too much.
Yeah, the young ones coming in, and it's like,
Yeah, it'd be a lot to keep up with Sweet Heat. But we would be trying to be out there like a pool party or a night party or something. But once again,
I mean,
you have a couple DJs, but the DJs, once again, are coming from New York. Like, you have Queen of Spades. That'll drop some stuff. And you have other little DJs. But Queen of Spades is the one that really leads with some reggae and dancehall, some soca or something.
We'll never forget that pool party we were at. We were about to leave. When I said we were walking out of the party, like, we was like, okay, party done, we're leaving. I forgot what song came out. I heard a scratch.
Was everything.
When I said everybody did a freaking 180 and ran back in a good 20 minutes. What?
Yo, that Sweet Heat, the pool party that was on the rooftop. Listen. Yo, that's when I was with my ex. I could dance, y'all.
And it's funny because we're in the elevator and we're leaving after the fact, and people in the elevator are saying the same thing. Like, they need to have a Caribbean party that caters to, you know?
But, you know, so you remember I contacted the creator of Sweet Heat, and I said, you know, how you feel about doing a Caribbean theme, whatever. And she was like, yeah, I'm down. Let me know how you want to do it, how you want to set it up, But that just fizzled off into the...
Yeah, because I mean, if you're really interested in doing it, like, why not? You have the DJs.
Yeah, but it's like, you can't say that either, though.
Well, I mean, she has the
reach,
though.
But remember, at that point, when I came down here, we had just started, like, really tapping in, so I didn't know any DJs down here, really, or was following anybody. Big up Eccentrics. Yes. But I wasn't really following nobody. So, I mean, now would be something different. Yeah. I don't know. I mean... You don't know. Not all DJs are comfortable enough that we love to really play
because
in that kind of scene.
No offense, the gentleman that was DJing the Dirty Santa, he played some songs, but that the transitioning and the the chronological order.
As someone who practices the same craft as that
As someone
man,
who does not,
I'm going to say that you have strong nights, you have not so strong nights, and you try to feel for your crowd, especially if you've never played for that kind of crowd before. So I kind of saw with him in that because he listen, it ain't really his style.
But my thing is,
I watched his videos on YouTube. He uploads videos of his mixes.
Oh, you did your research.
Oh, I want to play with him. I want to play with him. You ain't about to have me in here not moving. So listen. So I'm like, okay, he has more like a.
Oh, so he doesn't really do Caribbean?
He had one mix that was actually one soca mix that was like full soca, but he does like them mashups, like Mubatan, that.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
them kind of.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, like
okay.
Them. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So that's really his thing. He
Okay.
listened to dance. He did like one dancehall mix,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't like
it
was like buck up in that. You wasn't getting none of that.
Huh.
Listen, I didn't hear not one time. Janae.
They feel like the older stuff they play. Did he? No,
Janae,
no shoulder never fling.
No, I didn't fling not one shoulder. The only thing I did was gas, and I gasped for like 2 seconds.
I guess go on with the road. Yeah,
Yeah, we gasped for 2 seconds, and we had to push people out the way to do it. Listen, it wasn't enough. I didn't get to even skip to my loom not one good time. Nothing.
Implacable?
Yeah, I like to dance, and it was questionable. I mean, as long as people enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, it was their first event. Like I said, shout out Team Dutty. It was dope. We had a great time.
Great time.
The next event from them is coming on the 26th. So, yeah.
Rodeo, Mechanical Bull.
Ride it.
They're going to play that while they are.
Yeah, like, just sit up.
Oh, goodness. Ridiculous. Slackness.
Are you going to go?
I got a ticket.
Oh, so you did get a ticket to go.
I got a ticket just in case.
Enjoy. Unfortunately, I will not be around you guys for that, but
I'm trying to think
will
who I can attend with. I need to phone a friend, find a friend to tag along because I still need security blankets and things with certain events. But
why don't you ask our friend? No?
Which friend are you referring to?
One of them. How many we got? What are you talking about?
Could be one of two.
Okay. Well, think about the day that it's on, and that eliminates one.
Is it a Saturday?
It's a Friday.
Oh, well. Oh.
See what I did there? Right. Okay. But yeah, you should definitely go. Everybody should definitely check that out, though, I think. If you're looking for, like, a party where you could feel safe at, no judgment.
Listen.
You just in there, come in there, wear what you want to wear. Listen, I seen some
wear
outfits.
What you want to wear.
I seen some Speedos.
A body rider.
Listen, I love when you give me a Speedo.
Listen.
Okay, just know I'm going to come look for you.
The shirtless men that were greased up that I knew that there was no way in hell that they would touch me or look at me.
I was catching wines.
Yes, you were. Yes. This swole man with his beard.
I was catching wines. If any of y'all ever see me, don't be afraid to let nobody in front of me. We good. I'm here.
I catch one or two too.
Yeah, I'm your best friend.
Okay.
Right here.
But it's like I said, I mean, being comfortable in yourself as in just as a whole, you can be out, you can be cultured. It's really like if you've never experienced it.
Well, it's euphoric. I just want to. There's just one place I want to experience both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's going to happen in my lifetime.
This is my thing.
Country people dark, you know, Johnny?
I know. But
they just don't.
My thing is, find somebody with transportation. Don't you have a friend?
I do got a friend, but big up herself. Yeah, big up herself though, for real.
Yeah, I mean,
baby girl, anything.
My thing is like, you remember we had the conversation about going home and not being yourself, like having to tone it down a bit. You know what I'm saying? And I think about the amount of men who go home and they don't even go where they come from. They go tourist spots. They go into, or even if they can go home, they go home and they are there for probably a day or two because they're not comfortable. They can't, put on their tight shirt and whatever.
Listen,
and
no day, no time. Them motherfucker come for me.
You know what I'm saying?
Where am I gonna be? My granny yard. You are going to have to come for me. Like physically come take me out of my grandmother's house and tell me I don't belong there. Because that's where I will be.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? You have that security. Your grandmother might go fight somebody too.
In a sense, I have that security. But in a sense, just for me knowing how things are, it's not like no one. It's not like no one ever says to me like, "Kat, you living a little too loud with yourself right now." It's just me and the way I swear, as soon as I step on the plane and I see it, and we're on it and we descending, as soon as we touch down, I go into some kind of mode, like protective mode, yo. And I move different, walk different, everything switch up a little bit because I'm just like, because I ain't got time. Like,
because you're aware, and I hate that it's that way, but there's some people who, I don't know if it's out of ignorance or out of, I've been doing this for so long, I'm not going to switch, but it's like they can't go home for that reason. They can't go home and say, okay, I want to go enjoy the land that I come from.
Let me just go.
Exactly, because they want to go and be free. And it's like, if I have a girlfriend and I'm going home, listen.
You my friend.
Listen, we are homies.
Just be
now
my
we
friend,
find a dark corner, me and you there.
This is it.
But we walking on the street, girl. Don't try to hold my hand. Calm down with the babies. Calm down with the, but just respect the ignorance that it is. We're not at a place yet where it's safe completely
you have some people that stop going, period. Because
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I have a love for Jamaica that's so strong that I am willing. I don't live down there. I live here. I am free to do whatever I please here. If I just need to just hold it down a little bit and not be extra with some PDA, it's fine with me. Like if you're not fine with it, like if I have a woman that's not fine with it, you're not gonna come with me because I'm not gonna stop going to Jamaica for you. That's where a lot of my family is. That is what I know. You are not going to stop me from getting my KFC. So, sis. And you're not going to stop me from getting my cheese patty from Juicy Beef. You're not.
My ice cream cake is happening.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Off it run.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it ain't going to work. Sure. It ain't going to work. I'm excited. Like, you're not stopping
my
me
apple?
my barbecue meal deal. You're not stopping me. I'm done. You're not. Your life. No.
Listen, me and my ice cream cake and my apple, listen, no. Ease yourself, the man. I can't bring this back. Just relax. You can come back. Relax.
I can actually speak from experience now that I've done it and I brought a girlfriend down. Last year. Damn, last year now, right?
Yeah.
Last year, me and Twin here, we and the girl that I went with, my girlfriend, whatever. So we went and I mean, I was kind of slick with it a little because I brought two of them. You know what I'm saying? You bring two, nobody really knows who's what. You know what I'm saying?
They already think,
right.
Stupidness.
They already thought me and Twin was in things, and that's not it. No. Everybody get out your head right now. So we went, and you could tell some people pick up on the situation So a lot of people have Facebook.
I was about to say that.
My Facebook is not hidden. Like, I have pictures of stuff. Me going to events, videos of me going to events. They know, those who want to know. Some people act like they don't know. I don't care.
I'm saying they live in denial.
I really don't care. At this point, we don't share the same space most of the time, so I really don't care.
You don't pay my bills.
None of that.
You don't.
None of the F's.
None of that. Nope.
Feeding,
financing,
none of them. So it don't matter.
Exactly.
So we went, we had a good time.
You feel me?
Like they said, when you find a dark corner, you find a dark corner. You do, whatever.
When your friends mind their business and go to sleep.
Exactly. That kind of thing. I mean, my parents, it was dope.
Yeah.
We all had a good time. With no pressure.
Exactly.
I mean, she understood that there's just certain things. I mean, she didn't really like it, but I was like, listen, this is just what it is. On her island.
Yes, because she's an islander.
She's an islander as well, y'all. Just don't even do it, okay?
Yeah, that's
right.
So wait,
so she's from the VI, St. Thomas to be exact, and they're a lot more freer with life. I went last year for Carnival, and the men out there,
PDA?
The men out there in their costumes, like walking up hard, and I'm just like, yo, this is life right here, and nobody not. Watching no faces, everybody just having a good time. Listen, the tear that wanted to come down my eye because I was so jealous. Because I was just like, come on.
Can we just send that to other islands? Like,
yeah. But even, Man, I don't
That's
know,
why a lot of
man.
people are afraid to go to Jamaica, yo. That's why a lot of people, and it's not even just gay people, but because we cut different.
I heard a story too about somebody that went to a tourist
Mm-hmm.
destination and something happened on the beach. And I guess the person came back and they were like, they were never going back to Jamaica. Something bad happened. I don't know. It was like a locals, you know how the locals not really supposed to be on the resort beaches and something like that. Mix up. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, different cloth is right. You ain't never lie.
we cut different. I mean, I had somebody tell me, I had somebody tell me, when you go home, you gotta tuck your chain. I said, excuse me? I said, tuck what?
Who said that to you?
Somebody told me.
Tucked the chain a day in my life.
Me go Kingston, where me born and grow. And me if you go tuck in with who? With my father?
That's crazy.
You must.
That's crazy.
I wish.
But who told you that? The person's a Jamaican?
No.
Well then,
No.
irrelevant.
No. But it's funny though. I'm walking down the street and a lady said something to me about it. She said the guy keep looking at my chain. I said, make him go and look.
Yeah.
Make him go and look.
No pressure.
Nothing happened. Come back with my chain.
No pressure.
So, it's... I tell people who say, I want to go to Jamaica and I want to experience the real Jamaica.
My local comfort. Oh, I love you so. Nothing just out the way, like, just a little community.
You gotta find comfort.
My place. Just a little community, everybody just easy.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, you can do these things, but then you think about people who want to go to Jamaica and go and have hot water.
And I don't
listen,
care.
river.
Just running out, take the little wet back. Shake it off, and then you just run back. Listen, I don't boil water in Jamaica. Y'all wild.
No. You have to know when you're supposed to bathe.
Some
you have
people
to know when
bougie.
to bathe. You wake up,
you bathe when sun hot.
Yes. Like 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I just dip on the pipe. Yeah, like
best time. But that's just it. You talk about home and being comfortable. I feel like one day we'll get there. They're taking steps.
I'm gonna be the 117-year-old lady. That's gonna be me. Yo.
They're taking steps in the right direction. I'm happy that someone saw that it was a need to start J-Flag and all the other equality projects, lit. Equality JA, and all these other things that, for people who need it. Like people feel alone. You don't see.
I was gonna say. You were saying people feel so alone. I don't know if you've ever seen it on YouTube. They had I can't remember the name. I don't want to lie. It's just a whole bunch of basically they live underneath. It's a documentary kind of thing, and it's just basically the homeless gays, transgender, whatever. And they don't have no home. They live like in the drains and in Jamaica, whatever. Like
in Jamaica.
Yeah, you've never seen it.
No, I
I'm gonna send you that link. You're gonna be like, what?
Oh my god.
Yeah, and like a lot of
in
them.
our gully?
Yeah, like in our gully, dog. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yo, like big man thing, like that's where they at. Like that's where they stay. That's where they sleep. That's where they eat. You see them get ready, put on clothes to go on the road at night. Their things.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. I hope I can find it. I saw a book. I have to read it. It's on my list. There's a Jamaican woman who wrote a book.
Stacey Anchin?
No, not Stacey Anchin. I love her.
Love her
too, though.
Her book is amazing.
Where is it?
It's a really dope poet,
I showed
y'all.
it to you. Yes, she is.
She had a daughter. Her daughter's so cute.
I follow her on Instagram. Not Instagram.
She gave me life. She made me think about me when I get pregnant. Y'all don't think too hard. Don't all think too hard. Relax.
It happens. You're a woman.
Listen, people ain't ready for that though.
I don't know. When I find it, I'll let you know. But I had it saved and it's gone now. New phone, new problems.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've been doing this for about an hour.
Check that out. See?
Go us. Woo. Thanks for listening. We're going home.
Big up on us. Yo, when it cold out there, no, be careful.
Isn't this why you came to Florida?
Listen, y'all put on your scarves and your jackets and all these things and be cool, bro.
The snow boots are out. The puffer jackets are out. People it's gonna snow in Jacksonville.
Why am I carrying a cup with ginger tea in it? That's a problem. It's too cold. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 40 degrees in the morning. I work at 8 o'clock. No.
I work at 7. Yes.
Yeah, you like this though. I don't.
Yes.
This is why it ran all the way down here, and still it's following me.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's great. Global warming. Ooh.
You said ooh?
Okay, yeah, I said ooh. Okay, well,
On a walk with.
see it there?